Hi, my name is Jonathan Peters. I'm one of the co-founders of FastBestseller.com. And today I want to talk about how to self-publish, specifically the ISBN. How to self-publish the ISBN. So let's be clear, you are not a publisher until you own the ISBN for your book. So you are not a self-publisher unless you own that ISBN. There are a lot of companies out there that will say, oh, be a self-publisher, and then you're using their ISBN. So for instance, let's say you wanted to publish through Amazon, and if you're at all involved in the Fast Bestseller program, you start to get a feel for my attitudes towards Amazon. But what Amazon wants you to do when you're, quote, self-publishing through them is they want you to use their ISBN, thereby making them the publisher of your book. So we need that ISBN. Now, when you're in a situation where someone else owns the ISBN, they decide they're making the choices for your book. That is why Amazon can, say, restrict distribution of your book. That's why Amazon can keep you from putting your book on your website. These different things that Amazon can do. Why? Because they own the ISBN. So let's get your own ISBN. Now, well, actually, before we do that, let's talk about what the heck ISBN is. ISBN stands for International Standard Book Number. International Standard Book Number. And so every book that's published in the world is assigned a unique ISBN number. In the United States, the people in charge of distributing the ISBN numbers are, well, it's ISBN numbers is redundant, the ISBNs. The people in charge of this are Bowker, and it's Bowker.com, so B-A-W-K-E-R. Bowker is a for-profit company, so they want to sell you lots of different stuff. And the way they do that is they make it hard to find how to get your ISBN. There'll be things like packages like, here's how to publish your book, or maybe you want this number or that number, this identifier, that identifier. So what you do is you go to Bowker.com, again that's B-O-W-K-E-R.com, and you find where it says identifiers. You might have to push on publisher to get the identifiers, but you want identifiers, then you'll see ISBN. But you're not there yet because they want to sell you a bunch of other stuff first. All right, so there'll be right now on the site just now I was looking at it, there's a button that looks like it's a buy button. And so you buy that, then that moves you over to the different pricing, the different categories. So as of right now, to buy one is $125, to buy 10 is $295, and then there's 100 and 1,000 and so on. You want to buy at least 10. First of all, for the price differences, but also because you're going to need different ISBNs for the life of, even if you just have one book. Sure, you might not use all 10 if you're only going to have one book, but it's a heck of a lot cheaper. You're going to need at least 3, maybe 4 or 5 ISBNs for your one book. Why? Because each version of your book will need its own ISBN. So you have, let's say, the paperback, that's one ISBN. Then you have the hardback, that's another ISBN. A ebook, an ISBN, maybe a Kindle versus one through Apple, through iTunes, or the audio version. There's lots of different uses for those ISBN, so you might as well get at least 10 to get started. Now you own it, now you're the publisher. So what do you do with it when you get the ISBN? By the way, before I get to that, I also want to mention Bowker is going to want to sell you a barcode with that ISBN. You don't need the barcode right now. There's no reason to get them. A lot of times your printer will include it for free. For instance, if you use Lightning Source, which is the company that we recommend at Fast Bestseller, Lightning Source will give you a barcode automatically with the template for your cover. So don't worry about the ISBN, you just want the numbers. All right, now you got the numbers. What are you going to do with them? Well, the first thing we need to do is keep track of the title, the version that's associated with the number so you don't mess up. But beyond that, you really don't have to worry too much about it. You just need to keep track. Yes, they need to be reported to the entity that is over ISBNs, but for the most part, you don't have to worry about it. Again, if you use, say, Lightning Source or a company similar to Lightning Source, they're going to do that automatically when they list your book in their catalog. Amazon will do it for you. Most companies, most printers will report the ISBN with the book automatically. You don't have to worry about it. If you're using, say, a printer down the road or somebody that's not doing this for you, you will need to go back to Bowker and assign a title to the ISBN that you're using. But for the most part, it's something you don't have to worry about. All right, so that's the first step in becoming a self-publisher. If you want to be a true self-publisher, you need to get your ISBN and associate a number with the book. And so then we're just getting started here. There's plenty of other information, both free and paid, in the link below. If you go right down below me here, you'll see the link. And so check out the different information that we have for you, whether it's in the publishing part of the book, or certainly on the promotion side of your book. Because after all, you need a return on investment when it comes to your book.